Hello and welcome back to our talking point. Now, can you believe we're already almost at the end of another year? And what an amazing year it has been. We've seen highs, we've seen lows, and through it all, we have learned, we've grown, and will continue to do so next year. But in today's talking point, we're going to be looking at what happens to your assets when you pass on if they are not protected in the specialized trust. So for those who are regular watchers, you'll know that at the Wealth Masters Club, our aim is to help you understand the utter importance of having a correct trust structure in place to protect your assets from hostile creditors. And I hope in today's discussion, you will absolutely see the light of why we are using trusts. So joining me today is our trust expert, Marishka from Sales. So Marishka, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you, Damien.
Now, Marishka, in your article last week, you focused on the interstate succession law, which may be a bit of a foreign concept to many. So can you just give us an understanding of what that law is and when it becomes applicable?
So this will be when you have no structure in place, especially when you have never attended to your last will and testament. Your estate will then devolve according to the provisions of this act. So the executor will still collect all assets and liabilities, and the liquidation and distribution accounts will be drafted according to the rules of the interstate succession.
Now, Marishka, speaking of that executor, how will an executor be appointed if there is no will in place?
When all persons with interest in the estate to the first meeting at the attorney's office, it is good practice to explain the interstate law and also ask them who must be nominated as the executor. So this will mean there will be an extra form of nomination that will be completed and lodged with the master together with all the other documents.
And then tell me, in terms of a last will and testament, which some people may have and some may not, does it actually have an expiry date to it?
No. When drafting a will, you must always date this will in order to determine which will is the latest. So even though a will does not have an expiry date, it is recommended to check if the will is in order every 2 years. Some of the clauses might be outdated, the family might have gotten more members, which is not included, or certain assets have been sold.
Now, Marishka, you talk a lot about that interstate law and the need for a last will and testament in your article, which if you haven't read it at home, you can look at the link below in the description. But Marishka, can you just tell us, does the last will and testament need to be registered somewhere? And if so, where?
No, not in South Africa. You only need to keep your will in a safe space, and it can be amended any time before death. It is only after death, when all documents are lodged at the master's office, that the last will is then so-called registered.
And then because we're in a bit of a digital age at the moment, can a will be digital or does it need to be an actual physical copy to ensure that you don't become a victim of the interstate succession law?
Unfortunately not, or should I say not yet, in South Africa. The Will Act is clear that the will must be written. This means it can be typed out, but it must be printed and originally signed and witnessed. 2 witnesses, 14 years or older.
Marishka, thank you so much for sharing these insights with us. I mean, we could talk for hours and hours, but if you'd like to see more of our talking points, then check out our other videos on our YouTube playlist. And here you'll find a huge amount of interesting content. So until next time, have a wonderful festive season. Make sure you take the time to learn and develop your skills, and we will see you again soon. So Marishka, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Damien.